Jude Romano, the Insurance Goat. Welcome to the Insurance Goat Show, a new episode where we give entrepreneurs a chance to tell their story. And who do we have today? Alex from Esquared.
Jude, great to
My
see
man.
you, brother.
And I'm just going to start right off by saying this is maybe our 15th take. We had a little technical difficulties with the memory card.
Little bit.
But, 3 cups of coffee later, and we're still here, my
Ready
guy.
to go.
My God, you
Always
got to
be ready.
You
fixed your hair, but
yeah,
I kept the hat on.
I fixed my hair 3 times. Alex, thanks for being patient. I just really want you to be in that chair and tell your story today.
I feel blessed to be here.
Thank God. Amen. Alex, E-Squared.
Yes, sir.
What does it mean? Where did it come from? Right off the bat, talk to me about it.
All right, Esquared Productions came from a company that I worked for, which was Exclusive Entertainment. Exclusive in E, Entertainment in E. But I decided when I was 17 years old that I was going to stay home from college. I wasn't traveling. I said, I think I've built up a big enough clientele that I can do this on my own. I learned the ropes. Very appreciative of the gentleman that owned the company, but I thought that I could do it. And while I was still working for Exclusive Entertainment, I decided that I create a logo. And the logo people remember. For example, like Nike, the swoosh. McDonald's, the art. I said, let me make a logo with E's in it. So I did E squared. So there was still the E squared that could have represented, Exclusive Entertainment. And I would flash it on screens, or I'd give out my business cards with the same number, but just referencing that is now Esquared Productions. And then once I did my final event for them, I sent out a letter thanking everyone in regards to all the events that I've done over the years, but I'd be moving forward and moving ahead with my own company and, hope to work with them in the future. But if not, always wishing well, there's enough business out there for everyone. And that's where Esquared Productions came from.
Well, I like the story, and it's something I always was curious about, so thank you for sharing. Alex, obviously music is a huge part of your life.
Sure.
How does that influence your career?
Well, music, you're listening to while you're driving to work. You listen to when you're doing events. You're learning music. You're learning people's enjoyment with music. Because every party that you're at, there's music that you're probably going to play. But then there's times that this client likes a different style. And it might not be your style. But part of entertainment is making people happy. So throughout life, dealing with different clientele and dealing with events all over, you get to really appreciate music. You get to appreciate the words. Sometimes you listen to music and, what people don't realize is every song, there's a meaning. You might not hear it the first time. You might not hear it the second time. But if you truly listen to the words of pretty much every song, there's something behind it.
Well, the one that I always find a meaning to is anything that Bad Bunny plays. So I definitely.
Please play, Bad Bunny. Please play. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Alex, me being the insurance go, right? Naturally greatest of all time. Top 3 favorite artists, any genre,
Okay.
all time. Top 3 favorite artists.
All right. Well, growing up, it was Billy Joel. Billy Joel, piano man, listening to his music, which wouldn't, in regards, be something in regards to a DJ. Like, oh, this is a banger that I want to play. I mean, I have a DJ that says I'm not putting Billy Joel on. Like, he can't stand it. I was a big Billy Joel fan. Love Aoki in regards to a DJ. Really brings out the entertainment aspect besides the music. I mean, guys throwing cakes at people and they can't wait to get hit with a cake in the face.
Right.
I mean, what better joy is that they're rocking out to your music,
Right.
that you're not even DJing at that point. You're running around the crowd with a cheap
And they're
cake
excited
from
to get
Costco,
hit with a cake.
from
Yeah.
a Costco,
Yeah.
$40 cake, and
Right,
he's
right.
smashing it. And he's like, you wanted it? They're like, yeah! And it's like, this is joy.
That's amazing.
Aoki
That's amazing.
on the DJ aspect. And I guess in regards to actual talent on the dance end, I guess you could say like a Chris Brown or whatnot. No fan of beating wives and stuff like that, but
Right.
a talent being able to perform and sing live and things like that.
Definitely. I'm pretty surprised by the 3 people that you just mentioned. So interesting. Not surprised by number 2, but 1 and 3. Alex, talk to me about, does being a teacher today help you stay current with the music?
Oh, being a teacher for 10-year-old kids and 9-year-old kids is definitely helpful from times because, you don't get to listen to the radio all day if I'm teaching and whatnot. But then at home, when you have a family and kids, you don't always have that opportunity. So dealing with, especially like my daughter, who is 9 years old, and, the TikTok world, it's funny because you're teaching these kids and they're like, "Oh, Mr. C, you've heard this song?" And I'm like, "No." Or I'd be like, "Yeah." And then I'll play it all, because I'm not going to TikTok to play the song. They'll be like, "Well, no, that's not the song," because they literally think it's the 15 seconds. That's it. That's all it is. Right. So teaching younger kids, they definitely bring new styles of music and things that I wouldn't even think of and whatnot to enjoy. And it's great.
It's funny. It's funny you're saying that. Sometimes I'm in the car with my 15-year-old daughter, Nicolette, and the music she puts on, I have to like really stop and say, what's going on here? What's going on here? But it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
To see where they are at versus where we were at.
Sure.
Alex, one thing that I'm actually super excited to hear you share with our audience is, why don't you tell everyone how we met?
Oh man! All right. Well, Mexico, a cab. Is how we met. I was doing a wedding for a friend of mine, Nick's niece, who got married in Mexico.
Who's also involved in my daughter's school in Notre Dame.
Correct.
Right.
And
small circle.
Very small circle. And to be honest with you, one of my DJs was supposed to do it, but then his wife was pregnant. So he wasn't able to do it. So Nick's like, "If he can't do it, Alex, I need you there." So provided entertainment for 3 nights, for his welcome dinner, to his rehearsal dinner, and then his wedding. And funny, you were actually at a different wedding,
right,
for someone else,
right?
But getting the same cab ride from 2 different hotels to make our way back to the airport. And while we're sitting there, you were behind me, and you said in regards to, "Oh, Antonio, is that you?" And he turns around, and it was your barber from Staten Island, who was the barber for my groom,
right,
Nick, which is wild. And then one thing led to another, and we started talking, and then we were like, "Yeah, we'll definitely talk after this." And then we're literally sitting across from each other on the airplane going home, and
Staten Island is so small. We find each other. Mexico, Bahamas, Aruba. You could be anywhere, and you hear someone. You're like, "What? I heard that. I heard that. No, that's someone from Danielle. Did you hear that? Someone from Staten Island's here."
Is that the goat? Yeah.
Hey, where you from? Oh, you go to Mikey Bagels? I went to Mikey Bagels.
You really can't travel anywhere without seeing someone from Staten Island.
No.
Even though it's a 14-mile radius, it is amazing that anywhere you go.
We're like Peaky Blinders.
No.
We're pretty powerful. Listen, I got something really cool for you right now. You ready? So, what's that game they play? Shane, what's that game they play? Hug, kill, marry. Hug, kill, marry. Ready? So we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna put you on the spot right now, Mr. Alex E. Squared. Mr.
That's
Alex
the game.
Yeah, hug, kill, marry. And Jackie, you're watching this. We're posting it to your story, Jackie. Ready? Hug, kill, marry. So, DJ got me fit. E squared and teacher. Hug, kill, marry. Slice it up for me, baby.
Hug, kill, marry. That's messed up. All right, so I'm going to hug my first passion. Hug, kill, marry, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So I'm going to marry my first passion, and that's Esquared Productions. Okay? The reason why is that was my baby. I love entertaining. I love it. I would do anything for it. I would do anything for all 3, but it's what I started. It's what I created.
Closest to your heart.
Closest to my heart for sure.
Amen.
I'd have to say Hug DJ got me fit, because it's something that generates something new for me on a monthly basis, on a yearly basis, on a daily basis, with people, looking to improve themselves. And improving themselves in regards to their health, to their fitness, as well as having a good time for their children, doing for their children when there's the party aspect in our gym, with the gym being 2 different businesses in one. Teaching in New York has become difficult.
Okay.
There's positives and negatives in everything.
Sure.
I do have a passion for teaching. I love working with kids. I teach children with special needs. I teach children in general education as well. And I appreciate it. But the actual department in regards to what we can't do, can say, it's a different world. And that's unfortunate. Not so much COVID, just over the years. They really have us. So I would say kill this style of teaching.
Sure.
But not so much get rid of it.
Fair.
If that's okay.
Fair. And I just want to let you know that when you were talking about the fulfillment that you get from DJ Got Me Fit, from helping people with fitness and so forth, you know, I can, as you were saying it, I can absolutely attest to that feeling of, you know, me waking up every day and accomplishing a goal of mine that makes me feel fulfilled as far as fitness goes. So,
Absolutely.
Can't agree more. Like this is a super satisfying feeling in that lane.
You know what it is? When you, especially early morning workouts, when
Yeah.
you're able to get through a 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. workout, your day is, you're just ready.
Yeah, yeah.
You're just ready to go when you work out first thing in the morning. You get it out of your way.
I won't do it. I can't. Everyone's different. I won't do it late. It has to be the first thing I do, first part of my day, because
Sets you
it
up for the
sets the rest of my day.
100%.
I mean, think about it. I just hit the bag for 60 minutes. I'm ready to knock anything out, right?
And that's all you want to do in business is knock it
I
out of
just-
the park.
I wouldn't knock you out. Your face is too handsome. But
Second to yours.
yeah. Alex, craziest DJ gig you have done and will never forget. Jackie's watching.
All right, Jack.
Jackie's
I love
watching.
you, but this really, I'm a craziest party. And to be honest with you, it was because I wasn't there. How about that? So a very good friend of mine years back, a client that I developed a close friendship in regards to watching her children, because I used to work at Staten Island Academy at an after-school program, as well as their summer camp. And this woman, very wealthy, God bless her, works hard, created the wealth through family and a business. And she was throwing an event for her daughter's Sweet 16 and spared no expense. Thankfully, she has the money to do that. And she was willing to do anything for her child. And during that time of planning it, unfortunately, that was the time that there was a chance of me going on Big Brother. So I'm planning all this literally up to the week before, not knowing if I'm getting taken from, the producers of Big Brother and going to California. So I didn't know. Then at the last minute, they're like, listen, there's a good chance it's going to happen. So whatever you need to do in regards to, I said to this person, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to be at this event because I think I'm going on a TV show.
You were becoming famous.
I was trying.
You were already famous.
And so what occurred was she was heartbroken.
Right.
The girl was heartbroken. But the anxiety that was built up prior killed me. But at this party, it went amazing. My staff did an amazing job. There was Cataluna, Jason Derulo, Omarion. She had all these celebrities at the party.
And you missed this party?
And I had to miss this party. So
just to be on Big Brother. Just to be on Big Brother.
Listen, you never know what Big Brother, any type of reality show can be. Unfortunately, it didn't do what most reality shows are doing now for people because of the times. And I didn't, unfortunately, last as long as I would like. So in regards to the craziest party, that was the craziest party in regards to all the planning before. My nerves while I was on the show, knowing that this party was happening and praying to God that everything went well. And thankfully, besides me not being there, my staff, as always, put on a good show, rocked out. They were happy. We didn't talk for a few months after, but thankfully, we're still friends today.
I want to congratulate you for taking the safe road on talking about the craziest experience ever was me not being there. Jackie, that was for you. That was for you, Jackie.
Love you, babe.
Alex, tell me about the most rewarding lesson that you had from teaching, and how has that changed your life?
Most rewarding from teaching. Okay.
And how and Alex, how has it changed your life?
Changing my life in regards to kids coming back and showing appreciation for what you did. I'm a teacher, and I will teach what is asked upon me to teach, but I'm more about teaching life, having an understanding of respect, and knowing that no matter what, there's always tomorrow. Losing my father when I was young to a tragedy kind of made me grow up quick. And I try for kids to have an understanding, do right, smile, be good to one another, and it'll make your day much better. And when kids come back and they show that appreciation, because they might not really get it when they're 10 years old, you know, immaturity and whatnot. But when they come back when they're 15 and 16 and they say, Mr. C, thank you.
You know, 3 different career paths at once. You're the definition of an entrepreneur.
I appreciate that.
What keeps you going, and what's your motivation?
My family, providing, and to make my parents, you know, proudest. Honestly, my mother was dealt pretty bad cards, I guess you can say. You know, being a single mother earlier on. My father was in my life, and then tragedy struck with 9/11 and losing my father. And there's, you know, with tragedy, there's 2 ways you can go with it: the wrong way or the better way. Not say the right way.
Right.
Okay. Because
like
there's no right way. Okay. You can make it wrong and it can turn to right.
Right.
So there's the wrong way or there's the better way. So I chose the better way because I know a lot of people, the same tragedy occurred to them and they didn't go the better way. They went the wrong way, unfortunately. And it really made me grow up fast. And all I want to work for is to make sure I'm making him proud, my father. I know I make my mother proud. She tells me every day. And to know that how short life is and how short it can be, that I know that while I'm here, my children are looking up to me and see. I know they don't see me as much as they probably want to because I have 3 positions in life in regards to teaching and businesses and whatnot. And that takes a lot of my time, which takes me away from my family. But I hope as they get older, they realize that I'm doing it for them. That's the biggest thing.
Sure.
And yeah.
Well, you make me proud. You know, you make me proud. I have a very high level of respect for you. I enjoy your company. You're always extremely kind and courteous, so I can't thank you enough. And I appreciate that you took time to come out and share your story
I'm
with
very
the GOAT.
appreciative coming out,
Hanging
out with the GOAT.
Thank you,
I
Alex.
feel it's a gift to be here, honestly. As soon as you started doing it, I said, oh, this is something that I want to be a part of, knowing how you've become such an amazing business person and shown growth in such a short amount of time.
I didn't pay him to say this.
No.
I didn't pay you
No,
to say
he didn't.
that.
But friendship, when we don't get to see each other as often as we like, but a text message, a phone call means the world. And for me to be able, like, it wasn't even the show. Like, even today, I said, just looking forward to seeing you, brother.
Right.
Yeah, we're talking, we're shooting the shit, but it was more about that somebody I don't get to see as often as I like.
We now have an excuse.
Now
to
we
see
have an
each other.
excuse to see each other. For sure.
I'm with you on that, and I appreciate that so much. Thank you, Alex, and
thank
I
you.
look forward to your continued success.
Likewise.
And for you to continue sharing your story and your mentorship and your guidance.
I appreciate
and
it.
as always, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Insurance Goat Show. And as always, keep going.